underground donut tour went to 4 donut stops within 2 miles to share a little bit about Chicago donut history. With this review of communications, the committee hopes first responders can expand their emergency network. One group of student leaders makes sure they know they are not alone. These projects add more community members to these bleachers, brighten up the courts, and add a bounce of art into Berlin. To stay or to go, I'm Mikayla Denault. What SU students are doing with the new vaccination policy. The Berlin basketball art installation will allow community members to shoot hoops with a splash of color. For Medill Today, I'm Mikayla Denault. Demonstrators gather here on the Capitol lawn today to protest the Senate parliamentarians' guidance to exclude immigration reform in the reconciliation package. The group involves advocates from United We Dream and CASA, together advocating for issues from the Build Back Better Act.
It's about human life, so it's time to be bold. This administration needs to be bold now.
Yes. Representatives Jamal Bowman, Ayanna Presley, Chuy Garcia, Cori Bush, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez came to support, saying they will not stop fighting for them.
We cannot settle for less, not now, not ever really, but definitely not now.
The protesters' rapid response event calling for issues to be included into the bill, climate change and pathways to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. One activist says the government waited too long.
We are now actively aware, and we are all very deeply impacted by the consequences of not passing these legislations earlier.
Representative for the 23rd District of New Hampshire, Maria Perez, an immigrant from El Salvador as well, says she's here to represent immigrants and give them opportunity.
It has to happen because all this time during the pandemic, we've been calling all these immigrants essential workers. All these undocumented people, essential workers, why not give them the right to be like all of us?
The House is planning to vote tonight on the bill. Reporting from Capitol Hill, I'm Mikayla Denault, Medill News Service. Owners and brothers John and Bob Pottinger took over their father's business in the 70s when the shop was fueled by the lunch rush. But now,
we're more paranoid about COVID than other people, and we require masks inside and no indoor dining. And that's hurt us.
These changes causing Al's Deli to lose customers.
I had one guy spit at me, I've had people throw masks at me.
And fall 2 months behind on rent. A GoFundMe page now being promoted to help them keep up with the costs.
It's just people that love the place and love Bob and John and the work and appreciate the work that they've put in.
Sharon Bechtold has been an Al's regular for over 20 years. She created the GoFundMe in July 2020 to support them through the pandemic. Now, following the deli's recent struggles, word of mouth causing a new uptick in donations, raising over $17,000 in the last 2 weeks. Enough to pay for not only November and December, but also January rent.
If you look at the comments section in the GoFundMe page, I practically burst into tears, actually.
Evanston Economic Development Manager Paul Zalmazak says every business struggles should be looked at individually.
Sometimes the right action that government should take is no action because the foundation, the framework that's in place is fair.
But Evanston is taking action to support businesses. The City Council enacting a business district improvement strategy and implementation plan. A consulting group will present the report in February.
That report will include an analysis of the marketplace, how we are competing relative to the rest of the region and the country.
Supporting local businesses, one order and donation at a time.
Whoa! Whoa, hubba.
This is Jackson Hercules. Tour guide for Underground Donut Tours has shared his love of Chicago donuts for 5 years.
Who has the best donuts? Those are the people we chose. We were lucky enough that there was a lot of donut shops in Chicago.
After its founding in 2015 and success in Chicago, the tour spread across other major cities. Hercules was there from the beginning.
We had, groups of 3, 4, 5 people. And now, 5 years later, the company is in I mean, I want to say 18 different cities. I can't even keep track anymore.
The Underground Donut Tour went to 4 donut stops within 2 miles to share a little bit about Chicago donut history.
Oh my goodness, wow.
Visitors get a taste of the city at the Donut Vault with their honey bun, fire cakes with a horchata creme brulee donut, stands with their red velvet, and do-right donuts with their buttermilk old fashioned.
The menu kind of decides itself, based on what the best things are.
And some attendees say the taste tests are the icing on top.
It was like the perfect little trip for birthday. Some of my work friends were all nurses, let loose, eat some donuts.
Hercules' goal, sprinkling a little heart.
It's really nice when people are able to come into Chicago as tourists and see that this is a beautiful, vibrant city.
In River North, Mikayla Denault, Northwestern News Network.